A very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. I'm Thiruni Karunaratne. As always, we're ready to bring to you the details on this afternoon's top stories. So let's dive right in. Starting off with news here at home, the Met Department has issued a severe weather warning for the southwestern region of Sri Lanka, forecasting heavy rainfall and strong winds this evening. Director General Atula Karunanayake reported that some areas may experience rainfall ranging from 75 to 100 millimeters, while wind speed could increase to 60 to 70 kilometers per hour at certain times throughout the day. In light of the deteriorating weather conditions, the fishing and marine communities have been strongly advised to avoid sea areas from Chilau to Putlam, Mana to Kankasanture and Gaul to Potuvil via Hambantota until further notice. Karunanayake emphasized that these areas are particularly vulnerable. Despite multiple warnings, Director General of the Department of Fisheries, Susantha Kahavatta, confirmed that several fishermen who ventured into these waters have encountered life-threatening situations. 4,623 people across 12 districts have been affected by the extreme weather conditions that are prevailing across the island. The most impacted areas include Putlam, Hambantota, Gaul, Kalutara, Colombo, Gampaha, Ratnapura, K-Gaul, Kandy, Nuwara Eliya, Mana and Jaffna. Gampaha district tops the list with 1,278 people reported to be affected. In response, 120 Navy teams have been deployed to the hardest hit areas. Navy media spokesperson Commander Buddhika Sampath confirmed their involvement in the ongoing relief operations as well. Additionally, the Sri Lanka Air Force has mobilized emergency rescue teams to 4 locations, utilizing a Bell 412 helicopter to assist in these missions. According to the Disaster Management Center, 1,184 houses have been partially damaged due to these strong winds as well as fallen trees. Meanwhile, the National Building Research Organisation has issued landslide warnings for several divisional secretariat divisions in the Gaul, Kandy, K-Gaul, Nuwara Eliya and Ratnapura districts. Let's move on to more local news now. The Ceylon Electricity Board reports that approximately 55,940 power outages have occurred across the island in the past 36 hours due to the adverse weather conditions. CEB media spokesperson Engineer Dhammika Vimalaratne said that 31% of these outages, around 17,460 cases reported between 8 p.m. on Thursday and 8 a.m. today, have already been restored. The central and western provinces had recorded the highest number of power disruptions. The general public is encouraged to report power outages and track restoration updates through the CEB Assist mobile application. And in your final local news item, the Ministry of Defence says that President Anurakumara Dissanayake has allocated 1 billion rupees to support initial compensation efforts for homes damaged by the recent strong winds. According to KG Dharmathilaka, Additional Secretary of the Disaster Management Division, compensation of up to 2.5 million rupees will be granted for homes that are completely destroyed, while partial damages will be compensated based on the severity of the destruction. In addition, the government will provide 1 million rupees in compensation for each person who dies as a result of disaster situations. The same amount will be granted to those who suffer permanent disabilities due to the adverse weather conditions. Let's now take a look at international news.
International news.
And in news overseas, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has questioned Russia's commitment to progressing peace talks after Moscow confirmed it was sending a team to talks in Istanbul on Monday. Russia is yet to send its negotiating proposals to Ukraine, a key demand by Kiev. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Moscow's conditions for a ceasefire would be discussed in Turkey during these peace talks. However, Volodymyr Zelensky accused Moscow of quote-unquote doing everything it can ensure the next possible meeting is fruitless. Let's move on to sports news now.
Sports news.
And in sports, Captain David Willey haunted his former side as Northamptonshire's captain starred with bat and then ball in a remarkable opening night vitality blast win for the Steelbacks by 13 runs against Yorkshire at Headingley. Willey led Yorkshire's T20 side before returning home in 2022. He smashed 6 sixers in 54 of 24 balls in a mammoth 237 for 4 total, his country's highest ever in this format. And that's a wrap of this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. I'm Theruni Karunaratne. Thank you for joining us this time, and do stay tuned with News First for more of the very latest.